This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
Hashtag no music, no intro. It is a Monday night, the 3rd of March, 2023. Ryan and I are recording it's an emergency podcast regardless. And depending on what side of the fence you're on, it's either a good day for you as a Saints fan or it's not a great day for you as a Saints fan. But regardless, we got to talk about the Saints and Derek Carr, former Raiders quarterback, former second round pick from Fresno State, being signed to a 4-year deal with the Saints that honestly pretty much breaks down to a 2-year, $70 million deal where he is the guy, at least for the next 2 seasons. Man.
They did it.
Crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, they pulled it off, man. They pulled it off.
They did.
Derek Carr is a New Orleans Saint, and the Saints have a franchise quarterback. Franchise in italics. Franchise in italics.
Yeah. Let's italicize. Let's italicize that. It's such this. Well, we could talk forever about the whole Derek Carr, like the whole thing. It's just so fascinating to really break down. The way I see it as a fan perspective, we don't got to watch Andy Dalton play football no more. I know someone like Greg Rosenthal was in my text messages today. Is like, oh, congratulations! Like you just signed like a younger Andy Dalton.
Mm-hmm.
No. No. I watched almost a full season of Andy Dalton as quarterback last season. You know what? I completely forgot that we experienced like most of a season with Trevor Siemian until someone mentioned it in the fucking Discord, bruh. Like, like that happened.
That happened, bro. It really happened.
And so, just as a fan doing this podcast, the Zoom, the live streams, going to like whatever games we go to in person this upcoming season, man. Is Derek Carr the end all be all? No. But I could. We've said it numerous times, man. We couldn't do Andy Dalton for another season, man. Couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it.
Unless their option was Baker, then it's like, okay, we can do Andy. But like other than that, couldn't do it.
If there was nothing else you could do, it's like, okay, let's just take on Andy Dalton and maybe we get a high draft pick next year. But we'll have to deal with that now. You got Derek Carr, and it's like, it's just, I guess it's kind of like just a little bit of stability. You know what I'm saying? Because just think of the last 2 years, bro. You had Jameis Winston start. He got hurt, and Trevor Siemian come in. He sucked. He played for a couple of weeks. He sucked. And Taysom Hill come in. And Taysom Hill get hurt, final game. Trevor Siemian come back. Then the next year comes, Jameis Winston back. Then he gets hurt, benched. It's Andy Dalton season. Oh, I forgot to throw Ian Book in there. We had an Ian Book game in there.
Ian Book cameo, guest starring role.
So it has been
a revolving door, tumultuous, whatever you want to call it, bro. Like the QB position has been unsettled in New Orleans for 2 years. And now it's not. Now it's settled. Like, don't care what you think about Derek Carr. You know, he's going to be the quarterback starter. He's not going to be competing. There's none of that. He's the starting quarterback for the next 2 seasons, barring any major injury, which, is nothing. He's been, a pretty healthy quarterback for the most part. Missed a few games here and there, but nothing, nothing major, like he's injury prone or nothing. So I expect him to be the starting quarterback for the next 2 years. So now you just got to figure out how to help him, like help get the best Derek Carr you can get. That's like job number one for Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael and everybody else involved. It really is to get the best Derek Carr you can get. Something I did want to just mention is there is a faction of Saints Twitter that potentially wasn't a fan of Derek Carr being signed because of his probably more than anything like MAGA stance. I think I can take the probably out of it if I'm just being 100% honest about it. Where do you fall on?
I mean, we had Drew Brees for. I guess being in the NFL, like being a fan of the NFL, bro, you just got to take what it is, bro. Like it's not like he's out there, storming the White, the Capitol.
Capitol?
Is he out there storming?
His wife might have been. I don't know, Ryan. I don't know.
I'm just like, it is what it is, bro. Just throw some touchdowns, bro. Throw some touchdowns. I will throw that shit out the back of my mind and not think about it, man.
Isn't it? I do want to say it is a bit fascinating how even this is me being like a little contradictory. Is like you and I couldn't get past the whole Deshaun Watson thing. We couldn't get past it, bro. Like we just couldn't. Right? Like it was just like it was just the not accountability, just the scheminess about it. But like with Derek Carr, we're like,
well, that's just
America. Like I love America too.
Like America, right? That thing.
But to be fair though, I understand where that sentiment comes from. From the section of Saints Twitter. But then it's also kind of weird because like, and I haven't thoroughly gone through Saints Twitter today to like examine it, but like there are some people who was for like trading for Deshaun Watson, but then they're like not okay with Derek. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like it's just weird how it just all intermingles. My thoughts on the signing as a fan, I kind of already said it's not Andy Dalton, but the biggest takeaway I took from the signing is whether they're right or wrong, this team has learned nothing from last offseason.
Oh, no.
Nothing. It's the same. So last year was like, okay, we get these 2 first-round picks. We got Jameis. We'll go. And they went out and got Chris Olave. They got Trevor Penning. They felt that they could compete. They felt like they could compete in the NFC, not just the NFC South. Like this is before we all knew the NFC South was ass. They felt like they could compete in the NFC. Period. And that was not the case. And as much as whether you want to believe it or not, a lot of that built-in excuse, and we talked about it for so much during the season, is it was the injuries and they didn't have a quarterback.
Yep.
That was it.
That was it.
And so now that they've gone out and they have addressed the biggest need on the team, 100%, boom, quarterback. Tom's ticking for Mickey Loomis and Dennis Allen, bro.
Ticking, bro.
It's ticking.
Like it's like you paying that money, and you basically saying like we fixed it. We fixed the issue. You know what I'm saying? So that to me tells me Dennis Allen, he formed his own coaching staff. He got to pick who he wanted. His own defensive staff got rid of Chris Richard, and we didn't see eye to eye on personnel issues and stuff like that. Brought in all his old Oakland guys. Brought in a guy from college. He got his quarterback that he was there when they drafted him. You know, and they went to bat for him. They put their ass on the line. You know what I'm saying? They didn't care. They went out and, wined and dined them. They were on their knees, bro. Like, please. Like when I saw that news last night saying he was leaning towards the Jets, I'm like, come on now. Like, go to the Saints. Are y'all gonna fall for this?
Niggas fell for the banana in the tailpipe trick, nigga.
Remember last year with Deshaun Watson? It was like, oh, remember everybody was like, oh, he's going to the Saints. It was pretty much a done deal. Then it was like, oh, Atlanta. And he, Atlanta. And then the Saints were back in it. It was like, oh, the Saints, he's leading. And here come the Browns came with that boom,
Boom.
Took it. So I'm like, oh, when they said the Jets, I'm like, okay, he leaning. And when lo and behold, the next morning, and it was funny, early this morning, I can't remember who reported it. I don't remember if it was Rap Sheet, but somebody reported that, hey, if the Saints don't get Carr, they also have interest in Garoppolo.
It was recent. It was either like this morning or yesterday. Yeah, I remember
yesterday. And it was just, I was just like, that's interesting that comes out there. So you had a lot going on with the agents and the media, just trying to, the teams, kind of just putting stuff out there.
I'm gonna be very careful in what I say on this podcast, but I want people to understand the way that this Derek Carr situation played out, man.
Oh, his agent was working, bro. Working.
It was a masterclass by Derek Carr's agent. A masterclass. The Saints have had this tendency, for whatever reason, is because of perception, whether it be like what's being reported, is they feel like they're in competition against another team.
Mm-hmm.
And then they feel the pressure, and so they go out and do something to like cement that they get a certain player. So for Derek Carr, the team was the Jets. I can say with extreme certainty and confidence that the Jets' interest in Derek Carr was like even lower than lukewarm. Like it was like, I wouldn't even say lukewarm because I feel like that's too strong. It was like just when it's starting to get like a little warm, like it was very small. And the Saints kind of were like, I guess the best way to describe it is kind of like competing against themselves and negotiating against themselves. And all that said, listen, 2 years, $70 million. That breaks down to $35 million per season. I don't even know what's all guaranteed. I don't even really care, honestly. That is not a bad number for a starting quarterback in today's NFL quarterback landscape. It's not
at all. He ranks about 9th right now. And look, you got Burrow coming down the pipe,
Lamar,
Jalen Hurts, Lamar. He's probably going to be like the 14th, 15th highest paid quarterback. You know what I'm saying? When it's all said and done. So it's like, don't sweat the money. He's counting $7 million against the cap this year, so he's not preventing them from doing anything this year. They're going to have to do the cap Olympics
As
next year,
always.
as always. You know what I'm saying? But that is what it is. So it's a solid deal, bro. Like, look, could they play hardball and got him at a cheaper price? Possibly, yeah. But look, I mean, they just aren't in that position to do it. Like when you put yourself in a position where you whining and dining a player and he is a must on your list, you don't have the opportunity to do that. You don't have a plan B, C, and E. You know what I'm saying? D and E. You just don't have it, and that's the position they put themselves in. And that's just the reality of the situation they were in because they don't have a quarterback. And that's what sucks about being in that position. But look, you could have done a lot worse. I was scared it was going to be like $40 million or something like that, or some crazy numbers. So when the numbers came in, I was like, yeah, okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, it was fine. I think that I think you used the example recently, right? Where in terms of talking about purchasing a car with bad credit.
Yeah.
That was the Saints with Derek Carr, bro.
Exactly.
That was them. Like if their credit was good, they probably could have got the car low, decent interest rate, car payment low.
Listen, bro. Listen. I bought a lot of cars, and the worst thing to do is to go to a car lot. Like I remember a couple of years ago, my car got stolen.
I remember.
And worst thing to do is go to a car lot when you need a car.
When you need a car, bro. When you need a car.
If you just go, when you thinking you just like, oh, let me go car shopping to see what's out there, that's the best time to go because you just walk out. But when you need a car, ooh, boy, because that's when they hang you over the head. They have you sitting there over 2 hours waiting, and then they bring you in the room with the finance manager, and he throwing numbers out.
About, like these niggas doing like some post 9/11 interrogation tactics when you buy the car, bro. It is stressful.
It's stressful, bro. It's stressful. I learned how to do it, but man, a lot of people just get ran over up in there, bro. So yeah, it's a lot. It's very similar, and the Saints were in that situation, bro. They needed, no pun intended, a car.
That was awful, Ryan. God damn.
They needed that shit, dog. And they got him, bro. Like, because it would have, bro. If they didn't lane Derek Carr, bro, that shit would have been ugly, dog. That shit would have been ugly.
And this is a conversation I had with a friend today. Is if the option, if you as a fan didn't want the Saints to get Carr, and I think some of the reasons why fans didn't want the Saints to sign Carr are valid. My retort to that kept being, well, what's the alternative?
Right.
Like,
and the alternative was always, well, let's tank for Caleb. It's like,
or I don't to a degree, but I even just see just maybe more simpler terms, not necessarily tanking, but just do like an actual rebuild. Not maybe.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
that makes sense. Like that, like do what the Rams doing right now.
Exactly. But whether you agree or disagree with their logic, and one of my things I've said about this team that I think at some point is going to catch up to them is their bad ability to self-scout themselves. This Derek Carr signing is going to be a huge tilt in whether that, they're able to self-scout them. Because they are banking that next season, obviously, assuming the defense doesn't take a huge regression, but they're banking that Derek Carr can win them at least 2 to 3 more games that Andy Dalton couldn't win them. And that would put them, in theory, to win the NFC South, although I think people are kind of underestimating. Like, I get it. The NFC South is bad. But, like, my retort to that is, like, have the Saints shown us enough that even with Derek Carr, like, they should be in theory, they should be the front runners to win the NFC South right now with Derek Carr at quarterback. Easily. Do I believe that, though? I don't know.
You got to watch the games. Like, it's easy to put that down on paper, but, bro, like, you got to watch the games, man. Like, we've seen things just go bad, like, you know what I'm saying? And not just that, it's early. We don't know how the NFC South going to play out. You don't know what Atlanta going to do from here moving forward, what Tampa going to do, what the Panthers are going to do. So a lot could change between now and August. You know what I'm saying?
Tons.
So
the most Saints thing ever would be them signing Derek Carr, and then the Ravens deciding not to give Lamar the exclusive franchise tag, and it's not exclusive. And here come Terry Fontenot.
Go get that Lamar, baby.
Wouldn't like that would be the most Saints thing ever, bruh. Like wouldn't like
Terry gonna be like Terry probably gonna be like, I want to draft him back in 2018.
But they didn't let me draft. They didn't let a nigga draft another nigga. So and then I just get this picture of like fucking seeing two furs just like try to chase like fat two furs trying to chase Lamar all just out of breath, huffing and puffing, bro.
Can we talk about Peyton Turner, bro? Talk about oh, I was hot, boy. I was so fucking hot.
He was hot in Discord, bro. What this nigga in the for?
What the fuck is you in for? He was a healthy scratch in week 18, nigga. Ain't do shit.
His best game was sacking Derek Carr in the Raiders game, bro. Full circle.
Best game.
Full circle.
About, hey.
My face. His fucking profile picture on Twitter look like something for like MySpace, bro. Like what?
MySpace, dog. Don't it look like MySpace? Oh, that dude annoyed me, bro.
I can't stand him, Ryan. I'm pretty sure his mom don't even listen to the podcast no more, bro.
Oh no, she done.
I want to say one thing though before while we're still on Derek Carr. Excuse me. There is a sentiment around the league, and I think I think that the lack of interest in him around the league does support this. Is that there's probably half of the teams, or maybe a little more than half of the teams in the NFL, in their evaluation of Derek Carr, did not see him as an NFL starter anymore. Mm-hmm. They saw him only as a backup, which is why when he got cut by the Raiders, there wasn't a lot of teams knocking down his door. For the longest time, the numbers he wanted to get contract-wise, teams weren't throwing it out, bro. Like the only team that was throwing it, that obviously threw it out to seal the deal, were the Saints. And that's why I keep just going back to this point of, if this signing does not work, because right now Mick DA is trying to save his job. Dennis Allen knows the pressure is hot, and this is a move that both Dennis Allen and Mickey are doing to try to calm people like us down, right? Because we the only ones really. I mean, not us, not the only, but like they trying to calm the fan base down. Like, oh, now we got Derek Carr. Now we can go compete in the NFC South and go win our division and get a home playoff game and all. I understand their vision, but they got to be right about it. And to be right about it, I think you have to go back to what that last year in Tampa, not Tampa, the last year in Vegas that John Gruden was the head coach before he got fired midseason, or even the season before that, and just look at what worked with Derek Carr.
Yeah.
How did John Gruden get him to be successful? You wrote a very two-part tweet today that I want you to kind of go over about, the pros that he has as the quarterback, and then you can go into the negatives or what have you. But that Raiders team had a great offensive line, like studs. It had Rodney Hudson. It had Incognito, even though he's an asshole. It had a just big offensive line. They had weapons. They had Waller at tight end. This is before they traded for Devontae Adams, obviously. But like this was, I think they had Henry Ruggs before he fucking killed someone in the fucking car. They just had weapons, great offensive line. And because he had that offensive line, that the one thing that Derek Carr does as a quarterback, all quarterbacks do it, but he does it a lot, is like when pressure gets hot, he starts looking down, he starts taking sacks. That offensive line was so studly, he had time to look in the pocket.
Yeah.
You know, I think if you like, and again, I'm just talking out loud, but like if I'm the Saints, I'm like, okay, now we got him. You would think they would have done this before they even went after him, but not. I would not surprise if they didn't.
No.
But go back and see what worked and try not duplicate it, but like, okay, say like, okay, well maybe Chris Olave skills wise could be the Henry Ruggs in this offense. Yeah. Similarly, right? Derek Carr had built great rapport with Hunter Renfrow. Okay, yeah. Can we get like someone in the slot that can win matches quick off the line of scrimmage? Boom, open. There's ways that they could do things that can make this work, but they got to go all like them signing Derek Carr should not be the all in sign. You got to go. You got to go all in.
All in, bro. All in, bro. And like I said, they have to get the best of Derek Carr. And like you said, you go back and look at those few years with Gruden, especially his second and third year with Gruden. Those were his best seasons where, he was getting talk like, hey, Derek Carr has turned the corner. Derek Carr is looking like a, potential MVP candidate, stuff like that. I remember these things being said on, like the ATM podcast and stuff like that. So, the ability is there. You just got to get it out of him. And, it starts with the offensive line. I think if you protect him well, so he's not seeing ghosts, he's not expecting pressure or inviting pressure, and you give him good weapons, I think the Saints' weaponry right now is okay, but I think they're about 2 players away from really getting there. They need to bring back Juwan Johnson. Wouldn't mind them going out and getting another tight end. They need a possession wide receiver, whether that's Michael Thomas, bringing him back, or going out and getting somebody else in the draft or free agency. I don't know. But that's another need. It's not what's my dude's name? Martez Callaway. It's not him. He's not the guy. But look, he's a good, look, here's what you get with Derek Carr. You get, a dude, he could run the offense. Like he could run the Saints offense. Under Gruden, he basically ran linguistically the same offense and a lot of the same route concepts and stuff like that. There's some slight differences between it, but it's pretty much the same. Certain concepts that they're going to run is going to be like linguistically, like the play is going to be basically the same with maybe some minor little tweaks here and there. So he's going to understand that. And something we saw the last 2 years is, we didn't really have a quarterback that could really command the offense as far as like the checks, the audibles, setting protections. They have, like, Derek Carr is a quarterback that could do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He could call the plays at the line of scrimmage. Pete Carmichael can give him 3 plays on third down, and he check to the right one, depending on the defensive coverage. He does all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's huge, bro. Like, that's huge because they couldn't do that last year. And, they barely could do it the year before either. So, like, that's huge. He has a really good arm. Like, I wouldn't call him a cannon arm, but it's like above average arm strength. You know what I'm saying? Where he could make some good deep throws. Like the analytics on his deep throws are really good. Like he's a great deep ball thrower. Like there are times in the past where he just wouldn't make the throws. It was like, come on, bro, like pull a trigger. But when he made those throws, they were like on point. You know what I'm saying? He could create, like he's older now, so he probably doesn't run there like as much as he used to, but he can move when he has to, if it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, and he have to just get to the sideline and get a first down. He could do that. He could truck some linebackers sometimes. He's tough, been healthy. Like those are positive things that we just didn't have last year, bro, with Andy Dalton, man. Like those are things that could kind of elevate this offense from what it has been the last 2 years. We're not looking to, relive the prime Drew Brees days. That's just not going to happen. But, just improve on the things we weren't good at the last few years, man.
Ryan, it's time to tell the listeners a secret.
Yo, what is it?
The infamous picture of you going viral on social media, sweating in the white shirt, looking confused. What people don't know is before that picture was taken, you had just mowed the lawn in the hot New Orleans heat.
Yep, sweating.
Don't know about you, but if you want to avoid becoming a meme and avoid becoming a viral hit on social media, I think instead of you mowing the lawn, there's a company out there that got you covered. That is Ground Up Landscaping Services. They service the greater New Orleans area. We've seen their work in person at the hashtag Saints for the Podcast meetup. The backyard area was outstanding.
Yeah, we know the owner of this company. He's an outstanding person, a really good dude. And look, I've seen pictures of his work done all around New Orleans. Beautiful work. Everything he takes care of, him and his crew, and he's good, honest, and on time. If you want to visit them, visit www.groundupnola.com, and you get the book a free quote. And these guys are licensed and insured. So this is not some, shade tree, guy to come cut your grass. These are dependable business professionals that will take care of your lawn. And they do beautiful work that you can check out on their Instagram and Facebook. They'll make your garden space spectacular from the ground up.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Baker's, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Baker's worth it every time. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You prepared your kids for their first steps. The first day at school, their first dance, that big test, all the wins along the way. With a College Savings Iowa 529 plan, you'll prepare them for even more. Register before May 31st for a chance to win a $1,000 contribution. Visit collegesavingsiowa.com to make the first move toward a bright future. College Savings Iowa. It's how parents get through college. Administered by the State Treasurer of Iowa.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like we're not asking for much, honestly. And this is why I was okay with it, because I do feel like Derek Carr can do a lot of those things. I truly believe that. This is not a bias. It's not just me being, a fan that just, not like just a super fan. I'm truly believing that Derek Carr can come in and do that. But I also think that they need to like surround him with weapons. Yeah. That means Juwan Johnson contracts need to be done like this week. Get it done. Whatever Juwan Johnson deal is, get it done. I want to say a little nugget on the Michael Thomas thing. Seems like right now it's up in the air. If he agrees to kind of restructure his deal, there's a chance that he could be back with the Saints on like a 1-year-ish deal if it's restructured next season, but it's not finalized yet. So it's not 100% that he will be back. But
doesn't it make sense for both though?
100%, without question.
It just makes sense because no other team is going to value Mike Thomas. Even all the injuries he's gone through. Like no other team knows in depth of what he's went through than the Saints. And the Saints, as soon as they let Mike Thomas go, they need to find a replacement. You know what I'm saying? They need to find somebody that could do that role. So who better than get than Mike Thomas? You know what I'm saying?
And also, like, even if you're Mike, I gotta think about this logically, right? Like, if I hit free agency right now, like, who's going to offer me money?
Exactly.
Like look at, like, who's going to offer him money? And like, to me, it's just like, go back the year, do a restructured deal, and if you ball out, and obviously the chances of you balling out is going to be higher now that Derek Carr is in the fold, and you go to free agency next year, then your value is going to be higher. That's me. That's me just thinking, kind of trying to think from it, I guess, logically. But I will say it. I guess the fact that he's potential, like the fact that we're even talking about Michael Thomas potentially being back, next season, compared to what we thought. A couple of weeks ago, is like night and day. Night and day. I'm trying to think what else is there in terms of just trying to just do all, something that I did want to ask you. So our good buddy Max, shout out to our dude Max, Dark Saint, texted me to this, and I really had to start thinking about it. And I agree with him at the time, but just thinking about it, he said that Derek Carr is the second best Saints quarterback that they've had since behind Drew Brees. What are your thoughts on
that? Man, we'll see how it plays out, but yeah, look, Aaron Brooks did some nice things, but the consistency wasn't there, So it's tough. I like Aaron Brooks, bro. Like, Aaron Brooks has.
I do too.
But our first playoff game, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I got a soft spot for him. But nah, man, like Derek Carr would be right there, bro. Like he would be right there. Like if put it like this, if Derek Carr has like a nice solid 2-3 years here where he's putting up 28, 30 touchdowns, leading the Saints to the playoffs or whatever, he'd be the second best quarterback, bro.
Like, isn't that wild?
That's wild, bro. That's wild, man. But yeah, man, like they just got to build around him, though, bro. Like this draft, we've been talking about running backs in this draft. Go get them. Go get them.
Okay, so to that point, our dude Joey texted this to me earlier that for us to talk about on the show. He said that if the Saints are all in, and I think again they're showing that they're every indication that they are all in. What are moves, draft wise, free agency wise, that they can make to legitimately give themselves a chance next season? Because I feel like this free agency starts next Wednesday, Ryan. Like, what?
Shit,
life, bro? Next Wednesday, we might not even be able to do a free agency pod. Like, we probably gonna have to do a little one, but like, might as well talk about it now.
Jeez,
ain't that some shit?
Yeah, man. Damn, we came that quick.
That quick, man. Combine the draft is around the corner, and I have not cared one iota.
It's they have a lot of moves they can make, man. Like as far as like running backs in the draft, I still got a lot of work to do on them. Everybody talking about Bijan, Tank, and the kid from Alabama. There's a ton of good. Yeah, Gibbs. There's a ton of good running backs in this draft, bro. It's kind of like pick what you want, honestly. I would get one, maybe two, honestly. I would get one that, if not the first round, I'll get one in the second round. I'll come back later in the fifth round or whatever and get another one, bro. Like, get running backs. Fill that room up with running backs. Fill it up. AK, he's going to be suspended. I would approach it. I would approach as improving my team going forward. I'm not even worried about AK. You know what I'm saying? Just get weapons.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. I think that you said it perfectly. Like, you have to act like he's not on the team right now.
Right. Just get weapons, bro. Weapons that's in the pass game, if they can catch the ball, I need some juice, man. Bro, I need some juice, bro. Tight end. I'm loving the tight end position this year in the draft, man.
I don't know if they would spend money, but can we get like a Dalton Schultz, like something?
Something, man. Go get Schultz. Go get what's his name out of Miami?
Gesicki.
Go get somebody, bro. And pair him with Juwan Johnson. But see, with Juwan, I really want to pair him with like a real stud run blocking tight end, man. That could also catch. I want a mover too, but somebody that could really just be steadily in the run game and the pass game. Like Darnell Williams out of Georgia, bro. He's just a big, like, physical freak. Nasty in the run game, nasty in the pass game, and he can move and catch like that. Like the offense needs like some type of identity, bro. And I know DA, he wants to be ground and pound, old school, and that's fine. But just if you're gonna do that, at least be creative when you do it. Like the San Francisco 49ers, they're a ground and pound team, but they're very creative the way they do it. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, like, look, we've discussed a lot on here about Pete Carmichael and the offensive creativity and stuff like that. Ain't nothing we can do about that right now, but maybe if they bring some talent in here, maybe it'll force them to be a little creative or something. Shit. You know what I'm saying? So let's just get the talent in the building. And if he ain't the one to fix it, whoever they bring in the future will,
Yes. I mean, I think that's perfectly said. I'm trying to think of like specific moves.
Yeah.
So if it's me, if I'm going all in, I'm drafting. I'm hoping that Gibbs, the running back from Alabama, falls to 29, and then I'm running and turning the draft pick in. Like you said, I'm going out and I'm getting a tight end in free agency. Like, don't break the bank to get one, but I want to get a tight end in free agency. There's a couple of like starting NFL guards, that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
You have Reese, who is hurt. And you got Pete, who fucking knows what is Pete. I'm doing little tweaks where I'm improving the offense.
Yeah.
I do think that I don't think Caden Ellis is back on the team next year. Don't see it.
Don't see it either.
I've been saying that like since the season was going on. I didn't see it.
But then they just restructured DeMario Davis, and that to me is just like they're not gonna spend money on Ellis after doing that. No.
Nope, they are not. I shouldn't say that with certainty, but I would be surprised if they did. And that's kind of the sense, like I said, I've gotten as the season was going on. Holy shit! Tomorrow's the last day that you can put the franchise tag on players?
Oh, snap!
And the Ravens still haven't put the franchise tag on Lamar, bro. Like, that tells me everything I need to know.
Man,
don't that tell you everything you need to know,
bro?
That's wild. That is wild. Like, Evan Ingram gets tagged before Lamar Jackson? What?
What the hell is going on in there?
What? But again, I think getting the guard, getting the tight end,
mm-hmm.
re-signing Juwan, and bringing back Mike Thomas. I think that could, and I want to say this one because I think this should be in theory an easy move. Can they just go get Deontay Foreman, please, from the Panthers? Like, he is not gonna cost a lot of money. I was begging for him last offseason.
Sure was.
And then Carolina, he has a pretty decent season. Like, you can get a cheap running back. What I don't want to see them do, and I know that they really thought about doing this during the season, especially if he got cut. Please don't bring Ezekiel Elliott to the Saints.
Oh, God, no. Please, no.
Please.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be the most Saints thing ever, though?
He's so Saints. I could hear the press already, bro.
The Ohio State, connection.
He's been real productive in this league. I don't know. Please, no.
He's great at blitz pickup. That's about it right now, bro. I know that
you see him getting stuffed on the goal line, bro. I can just see that. Really.
I just know it was something that they were looking to. If this is more during the season, and obviously as the season goes on, how teams think about certain players, changes. But I know it was something that they legit thought about, that if Zeke was cut this offseason, that going after him was on the table.
Ugh.
Please don't. This man is running in snow boots right now.
Snow boots, bro. It's exactly the opposite of what we need right now.
It'd be like getting a younger Mark Ingram. Is exactly what it would be like.
But not that much younger.
That's crazy.
Play wise, not that much younger. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, play wise, not much that much younger at all.
That dude got miles on him, man.
Yes. So please don't do that. But go get a Foreman who's a free agent.
Go get Foreman, man. That'd be nice.
And I also think, kind of to stick with Joey's question, they have to, whatever it takes, and I know the defense is probably going to take a hit, but it's what can they do as a team to just make sure it doesn't take as big as a hit that it may take?
Man, I know you don't want to hear it, bro, but they're going to have to draft a defensive tackle high, bro.
Oh, that's fine. Oh no, that's fine. It is that dire. I'd be completely fine with it. Completely fine with it.
And they're doing a lot of work. From what I've heard, they've been doing a lot of work on defensive tackles in the draft. So,
defensive tackles running. It seems like their cloud is running back, defensive tackle, O-line, D-line.
Yeah.
Which each position of those makes sense. It makes sense.
100%.
And you think I will say one thing. The one thing about me not being super into this draft and haven't watched any players really, except for a spattering here and there, is how usually every year I have my list of players I do not want them to draft at all.
Yeah.
Don't even have it. Don't even have this year, Ryan.
It's good, man.
Don't have it, bro. Don't have it.
Honestly, it's more fun watching the players after the draft anyway.
Oh yeah, because you don't have any biases. You don't have any of that.
Yeah, it's much more fun.
Do we want to talk a little bit? I think we should talk about a little about the combine.
Oh, okay.
I know it came and ended. Can we talk about your dude, Anthony Richardson? Can we talk about that, dude?
Man, blew that motherfucker out the water, which we knew. We knew he was going to blow it out the water. I mean, he put up wide receiver 1 athletic scores and built like a damn defensive, like a pass rushing linebacker.
It's insane, bro.
Insane, bro. The dude, I know it, bro. I know NFL people, bro. They would just jerk it off out there, but it's look at the specimen. And I'm like, yeah, that's dope. But you pull up, look at his production, bro. Where's the production? All this athleticism, where is the production? Where is that?
He's going top 10, right?
Oh, he is, no question. No question.
Yeah.
No question, bro. I already saw some NFL exec say he's Cam Newton mixed with Josh Allen.
I saw that.
And fucking somebody else. I'm like
Cam Newton led his team to a national championship. Man,
Newton was a force of nature in college.
Nature, bro.
Force of nature. Just nothing you could do about him when he came through. Josh Allen.
Anthony Richardson went a 4.44, bro.
Bro.
That's insane.
It's insane, bro. I'm saying all this about Andy Richardson. If Saints took him at 29, I'd be just fine, bro. Like, I would not be. I'd be like, let's fucking go. That's some rich man's Taysom Hill, baby. Let's go.
Shit. Thank you for bringing that point up, because I did want to ask you. Now that Derek Carr's in the fold, could you see them, or should they? I know that they want, but should they still be, like, if there's someone there in the second round that's a quarterback, should they draft him? I 100% believe they should. I just know that they won't.
Absolutely, bro. I know they won't. Like, I know they won't. But they absolutely should. Like, that should be high on their list. I mean, just look what you just went through. You know what I'm saying? And you signed, yes, you got Carr signed, but he's only signed, it's a 4-year deal, really kind of 3-year deal. You can get out in 2. Like, if one's there, if it's a Hendon Hooker, if it's one of those other guys, the Georgia kid or the Purdue kid or the UCLA kid, like, there's a lot of other guys in there that are kind of like, nice little gamers that you could kind of sit on the bench and, develop into a backup quarterback and then kind of go from there. I mean, they always talking about, every time I see, like, Loomis, they say, we're in the business of collecting quarterbacks or something like that. I'm like, when you all doing it? Well, y'all don't do that. Like, you always saying that, but you don't do it. We're in the business of
nigga, don't talk about it. Be about it.
Like, be about it, bro. Like, go get one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to do it in the high. You ain't got to do it in the first. But obviously, the later you get, the bigger gamble it is. And
man, I will say, I do love me some Stetson Bennett.
He's a little gamer, bro. He's a little gamer. He is.
He would fit the Saints offense like a glove, bro. Like a glove.
He would. I'd take him.
And I think this is a little recency bias, but I could see him having, a season that like Brock Purdy did. Not to that degree, but get him in offense. And like Stetson Bennett reminded me a little bit, I watched a lot of Georgia this past season. He reminded me a little bit of how, obviously not as physically gifted or anything like that, but play style, kind of like he has some Mac Jones to him a little bit.
Yeah.
Just, pocket pass, or he's more athletic than Mac Jones, but he's not as big. He's not, he's slight. And obviously, NFL teams with the recent, the whole drunk thing recently, maybe they don't care. But like, I was just like, I think he could do, at the worst, like, be a solid backup in the NFL, which is not a bad draft pick.
No, not at all, man. Like, Ian Book, where's Ian Book right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not
Philly,
on your
bro.
team. He in Philly, oh yeah. But I'm saying he's not on your team anymore. You know what I'm saying? You need to get you, nothing wrong with developing a backup. And, look, like you said, you mix with Brock Purdy. You never know what happens, once they really get snaps. And he's a guy that, he can deliver the ball on time and do all that stuff that you like. So he'd be like a perfect backup behind Derek Carr. You know what I'm
saying? Anything else about Derek Carr?
No, bro. Like, I think we pretty much covered it, man. It's just, Saints fans just need to be like, look, that's just, it was a must that this happened. And it's crossed off the list. Now you can enjoy your mock drafts now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You don't have to worry about who's quarterback, who trade up for this. No, just enjoy your mock drafts. Enjoy free agency coming up in a week. You can really enjoy yourself, and then we'll see what happens, man. Like, look, can't do nothing about the coaching staff. It is who it is. We just got to take it for what it is right now, and just hope they can make the best of it, bro. Just hope they can make the best of it, and at least give us some little fun football,
please.
Just some fun football, man.
Please. I just saw. I just saw that the Raiders tagged Josh Jacobs. That's interesting to me, because after the comments he made during the offseason, you're like, okay, well, now they got Derek Carr. Like, that would have been, and you got Derek Carr, and you would have gotten, obviously it's not on the table unless it's like a trade or something now, but like that to me was interesting.
But that a running back franchise tag so cheap too, like $10 million.
That's nothing.
It's like $10 million, bro. Like running backs get fucked over, bro.
Think we kind of went over it all. Think we hit on it all. I will say at the end of the day, Derek Carr being a Saint. I feel like now, like when we do the meetup, whatever game we pick to do the meetup for, or whatever. It's like, okay, now they won. They had an amazing game against the Raiders, right? But like, we're gonna go see another game this season in New Orleans, and then we're doing the Saints Twitter podcast West Coast meetup when they play the Rams out here in LA. It's like, man, like like I can go to the game and not be like, fuck.
Oh, yeah, we go with this shit.
That's what it was like, man. It was like, terrible.
Bro. Them Zooms.
Terrible. At least with Derek Carr, I know, he may not hit it all the time, but like he could throw some amazing dime deep balls to Olave, to Shaheed. To me, Juwan Johnson being back is a must, because I think as much as Juwan Johnson broke out last season, with Derek Carr, like, man, Derek Carr might get you paid, Juwan.
Yeah, like, might get him in a Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Get him a nice Pro Bowl or something. Man, that'd be huge, bro.
Huge. And again, these are older games, but every time besides last season, the game that we were at, every time that Derek Carr has played against the Saints, he's done well against the Saints, man.
Yeah, man.
Done well. Anything else, NFL-wise, free agency-wise, or just...
No, man, I'm just looking forward to mayhem, bro. Derek Carr. I mean, not Derek Carr. Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, Will just get Aaron Rodgers.
Will Tom Brady come back?
Oh, please don't. Stop, bro. Stop. I saw that shit. Like, come on now, man. I don't want. Like, just stay away, bro.
I heard those rumors were swelling even before it came out today, bro. I heard it like 2 weeks ago.
Man, no.
I'm just saying, if he does, and if he went to San Francisco, just say it.
Just. I might not watch NFL. I might not watch NFL this year, bro.
It'd be the most NFL thing ever. Lamar gets traded to the Falcons. Tom Brady unretires, goes to the Niners. Here we have.
Like, there's been a lot about to happen, bro. I'm just gonna be interested to see the next couple. Rams trying to trade everybody. Just gonna have a lot of moving parts this next couple of weeks, bro.
It is. It's gonna be fun. And being that I think this offseason I've taken like a little bit of a step back, whether it be like just super being connected and like just always on my phone checking NFL stuff and even the draft. Now I'm just kind of like, it's just all kind of, I'm just letting it kind of just come to me. Just like,
let it come to
me. Like, then I can just react to it and then just get on with my day, bro. Just keep it pushing.
Exactly.
I enjoy it that way. But the Saints have put themselves in position with signing Derek Carr where they should at least at least right now, have submitted themselves for the time being as being favorites to potentially win the NFC South, obviously before anything else has happened, and save the jobs of Dennis Allen and save the jobs of, like, I don't think Mickey Loomis' job is on the line, but at some point Mickey Loomis, like, if things continue to be how they, like, he's gonna have to answer some questions, man. Like,
right, exactly.
And if you
retirement. Forced retirement, you know what I'm saying?
Get fucking Jeff Ireland that bitch. Anyhow, we had to record this episode, obviously. Thank y'all for listening. Thank think Twitter, whoever made that blackface Derek Carr, thank you. I don't know what they were thinking. Devontae Carr, don't know what.
Oh, I scream, boy. Look who this light skinned nigga is, man.
That's Devontae Carr, bro. I'm looking at it right now, right?
Who is this?
Bro, I know Derek Carr wife and Derek Carr brother saw that shit, got steam. Like, we don't got no Negroes in this family. God damn it. Anyway, thank y'all for the support. We truly, truly appreciate it. I feel like a great reason why we have this podcast is to just react to shit when shit like this happens. So thank y'all for the support. We will be back. I do want us to try to do like an actual like free agency episode. We'll record it maybe this weekend. Oh no, I'm gonna be insane. Maybe we'll record it like, sometime Friday, Saturday. You'll post it on Monday. And free agency starts on Wednesday. So y'all have a free agency episode. And it'll give me time to actually pull up a list, highlight some names, make a game plan, treat it like I'm actually treating our Madden league.
Tampering should be starting soon, right? The legal tampering.
I think it starts like 24 hours or 72 hours before? I think tampering would probably start over the weekend or maybe Monday.
Yeah, probably over the weekend.
Sunday, or something like that. So we're gonna start getting some shit coming out here soon. Thank y'all tremendously. If you want to be a part of our community in the Discord, which on days like this, there's no better place than to be in our Discord. Become a Patreon. We appreciate it. Big shout out to Ground Up NOLA for sponsoring us as always. Follow their account on Instagram, on Facebook, see their work, gardening, landscaping. They got you covered. We will be back. We'll record something this weekend regarding free agency. It'll be posted probably on Monday. And with that, we're out.
Peace.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You prepared your kids for their first steps. The first day at school, their first dance, that big test, all the wins along the way. With a College Savings Iowa 529 plan, you'll prepare them for even more. Register before May 31st for a chance to win a $1,000 contribution. Visit collegesavingsiowa.com to make the first move toward a bright future. College Savings Iowa. It's how parents get through college. Administered by the State Treasurer of Iowa.